HR folks and HR students, welcome to that HR Woman YouTube channel. I'm Sneha and I've started this space to post content on various HR concepts. So stay tuned and happy learning. So this would be the first video on our channel on the theories of leadership. So the content would be posted as two different videos and this would be the part one of the video. So let's now dive into the theories of leadership. The first theory that we're going to talk about is the great man theory. So the great man theory is also called as charismatic leadership theory. So this theory believes that the leaders are actually exceptional people who are born with some innate qualities which make them godlike. Like they're born with it, so they are destined to actually lead. That's what this theory says. So some of the leadership qualities which the theory highlights are commanding, charmful, courageous, intelligent, persuasive, aggressive. So, for example, let's understand an example of Virat Kohli. So, Virat Kohli is said to be an aggressive leader, right? So he shows aggression on the field. So he is a leader who has the quality of aggressiveness, right? So this is what the great man theory is all about, that they are born with that quality and which make them the leader. So the next theory is exact opposite of this theory, which is the behavior theory. So this theory focuses on what the leaders actually do instead of what they have. And they also believe that this is what the behavior that the leader shows or showcase is this actually differentiates the leader from a non-leader, and the patterns of the behavior are observed and categorized as styles of leadership, which are mentioned here, for example, like autocratic, democratic, and everything. And one important aspect to be considered in this theory is that the consistency. It's not like one day the leader is autocratic and one day they're democratic. It's not like that. So they should maintain a consistency of behavior. So this is what the behavior. So this is what the behavior theory is all about. So the next theory that we're going to see is a trait theory, which was given by Rugg Stockdale in 1940. So this theory takes into consideration three types of traits: physical, personal, and psychological. So it assumes that people, or human beings who have these traits uh, are actually differentiated as leaders and non-leaders. So some of the leadership qualities are intelligence, which is a psychological trait; above average height, which is a physical trait; again, self-confidence and assertiveness are psychological traits. Understanding interpersonal human relations can be in between a personal trait as well as a psychological trait. So, some of the examples of personal trait, if you ask me, would be stability, consistency, all those things are personal traits. So, this theory says an important point that not all human beings are born or they possess these qualities, right? So, whoever possess some of these qualities are considered leaders, and who don't are not leaders. So this is what this theory says. So the next theory that we're going to look at is a contingency theory. So this theory got its name from the word contingent. Where have you heard it? We've heard it people using in the armed forces, right? So they say that this person belongs to this contingency in the army. Likewise, this theory by Fiedler was first used in the German armed forces. Why? To identify good generals for different situations. So this theory mainly focuses on identifying situational variables. So why they have to identify situation variables? Because they say that any person, they exhibit different behaviors at different situation, and that's obvious. If we are a leader, when a person from our team does a good job, we exhibit different behavior. But when they cause an escalation, we obviously exhibit a different behavior. Although we have to rectify the escalation, but we don't exhibit the same behavior at both situations, right? So these situation variables are put into different areas of concern, which are leader member relations, task structure, and position of the leader. And this mapping into different areas of concern are done using least prefer co-worker scale, which is the LPC scale. So coming to our first areas of concern, which is leader member relations. So this is basically the leadership, behavior or the relationship between the leader and their team members. So if the team members exhibit mutual trust, respect, confidence, and all these positive situational variables, then we can come to a conclusion that the leader member relationship is very positive. They have a very good relationship. In case if they exhibit negative situational variables, then the relationship is not so good. This is how they come to a conclusion. Next is the task structure. So as a leader, we have to set the expectations well to our team members, and we have to structure the task well and give correct guidelines so that they'll do a good job. So let's take an example from a school or college. We have seen our teachers give us assignments. So if they're going to explain what you need to exactly do, then you will actually understand it and try to do a good job. In case if they don't explain anything properly and you don't understand what you're supposed to do, obviously you'll not do a good job, you'll do something wrong, you'll mess up things, right? Likewise, if a teacher is able to, or if a leader is able to give you clear expectations, guidelines, and proper structuring of the work, then you will do a good job. From your productivity, we can say that the task structure from the leader is actually good. The next one is the position power. So, a leader who is in power is a very good leader, because a leader has to showcase some characteristics of power. So, they need to have power to assign work to you so that you will do the task correctly. The next one, they'll also have a control of rewarding you and punishing you. The next one, they should also have a control of giving promotions or demotions based on the productivity of the members. So this is what is all about the contingency theory, which are grouped into different based on different situational variables, right? Coming to the path goal theory, which is given by Martin Evans and Robert House, this theory focuses or says that the leader should be in such a way that they complement the group work setting and aspirations of the group members. So, this theory is based on the expectancy theory of motivation, which means it says that the leader should motivate the group very much that they actually do well and they complement the group work setting. So, this theory gives two main propositions, which is a leader's behavior should be acceptable. So, when a leader's behavior is acceptable, employees are very much satisfied with the leader, so employee satisfaction is better. The next one is the leader's behavior must be motivational, as I mentioned, so that they create a positive environment for the subordinates. So, based on this theory, four kinds of leadership are identified, which is directive. So, directive is all about the leader are very specific with their tasks. The tasks are highly structured, proper guidelines are given so that the subordinates, they perform their tasks better and they achieve significant results. Supportive leadership is all about the leader more focuses on the emotional well-being and psychological well-being of the associates. So they believe once they are very happy emotionally, they tend to perform better. So, participative leadership is all about a collaborative leadership. So, the leader participates or collaborates with their team members in decision making so that when the leader is there, when they have a feeling that the leader is with us, the group members perform better. And the next one is achievement oriented. So, it could be task oriented, goal oriented, or people oriented. So, basically, they care about the end result. So, they're oriented based on the end result. So this is what path goal theory says. Coming to the last theory of the part 1 video on theories of leadership, vertical wired linkage model. So this theory we all can relate a lot, because from school or college or even at workplace we have seen teachers or lecturers or managers behave differently with different students or different subordinates, right? So this theory says the same. They say that manager has a different working relationship with different subordinates, right? With each and every subordinate actually. So this theory divides people into two groups. One is in group and out group. In group are the people who have a very good relationship with the teacher or a manager. Like the teacher likes them a lot, they like a teacher, they respect the teacher gives a lot of time and attention to the to the people, and in turn the people also give a lot of time and attention to the leader as well. So out group is exactly opposite. They are not so liked by the teachers or by the manager, because they don't Manager, they don't give a lot of time and attention to these group of people because they don't like them or they don't like how they perform. There could be many reasons. And in turn, these people also don't like the manager or the teacher, right? So we can say that by now, we can say that the in-group people are more productive because they are liked by the teacher and the manager, right? So this is the last theory. Thank you so much for watching the part 1 video on theories of leadership. Please don't forget to watch the part 2 video as well. And this is that HR Woman signing off. And do not forget to click on the bell icon. Stay tuned for more videos on HR concepts. Thank you.